Hey, happy Wednesday. It's Leona. How you doing? I hope you're well and good. Welcome to the stream. I've got quite a few things planned today. We are going to be finishing off the gingerbread house imaginative painting. Hold on, I say finished off, maybe. Fingers crossed. I think we're going to get quite a lot of it done. I don't know if we'll quite get it finished, but we'll see, right? We'll see. So we're going to do that. I've also got a little announcement I'm going to be making, so that's exciting. I've also got some of the paintings here. You can just see my sketchbook in the corner. I've got some of my paintings and some of my drawings that I want to show you. So we're going to go through that. And also, I've got the books back again. But you know what I've done this time? Because if you were here last week, you may remember that I picked out the colour Ginger. This is a lovely book, Secret Lives of Colour by Cassius and Claire. Or Cassius and Claire. And I picked out the colour Ginger, and then I kind of it got all too complicated, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to carry on reading that, so I've actually bookmarked a page to read this time. So that's 4 things that is going to happen on this stream. I'm very excited about all of them. Obviously, as usual, I'm always very excited to be here. I hope you're loving the backdrop. As usual, we got all the projections happening. I don't know if you can notice in the background that each of the layers are actually the same image, just projected onto different sections of this room. So you've got one kind of layer here, there's another layer up here, this is another layer there, and then this is another layer here. And I thought, usually what I do is I put like loads and loads of different things happening. And I was like, I wonder what it'll look like with just one thing. And I really like it. So let me know what you think of that. On the wall here, we've got this beautiful painting from Armand Guillaume from 1895. In the Countryside it's called. Such a joy to paint. Absolutely gorgeous. I really loved painting this one. This was a few weeks ago that we did on the stream. Oh, this is live stream number 31. How exciting. Yeah, so that was done a few weeks ago on the stream. Totally enjoyed doing that. Totally got ready for autumn. But as you know, we are now going swiftly into winter. But I thought I'd just put that up as a little memory. The last few leaves are coming off the trees now. So we're getting into that winter vibe. We got a Matisse here. This is a Woman in a Hat, Matisse, 1920, I think, 21, something like that. Also a joy to paint. Really easy to paint. These are easy to paint. These are all beginners projects. Not that I'm a beginner, but I teach beginners. And they're really easy to paint. So they might look complicated, but actually they're quite simple. And this is a mandala that I created like right at the beginning of the lockdown. So that's exciting. I thought I'd show you that. These two are in acrylic and this one's in gouache. Hey Pooja, how you doing, sweetheart? Happy Wednesday, how are you? I hope you're well and good. Yeah, we've got a few things happening. Hey Alex, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Grab your cup of tea. Grab your cup of tea. We've got all the things happening today. What tea are you drinking? I've got Earl Grey rhubarb. I've got the bag still in. Yeah. Hi Paula, welcome. How you doing? Nice to see you. Let us know where you're from. Yay, the gingerbread house again. Woohoo! Yes. We're going to get a lot more done today on the gingerbread house. As you know, happy Wednesday. Whoop whoop. As you know, what we usually do is flick from camera to camera. So most of the stream is on this camera view, showing you what we're painting. As you can see, there's a lot to do still. Like the house isn't finished, the trees aren't finished, this bit isn't finished, the sky is not finished. There's so many things to do on this. And I'm looking forward to getting it going. So that's going to be the majority of the stream today. But I do have some other things to share with you as well, which is pretty exciting. How are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm a bit tired, but I'm good. How are you? How are you getting through the week? All right? You having a good week? We're going to do a bit of reading from the book. As last time. Amazing setup, thank you. Are you loving the projections? We're going to do a little bit of reading from the book. I've chosen something this time in advance. So because at the end of last week's stream, do you remember I was like, and basically there was some things that I didn't really want to read out in particular, so I thought what I'd do this time is check. So I've checked. So I've got a little paragraph here. I'm going to read this little paragraph at the end. Alright? Good, thanks. Good. But what I want to do first is have a little recap with you about some of the paintings that we've been doing over all these weeks, because as you know, this is live stream number 31. Which means these live streams have been going right since the beginning. I started them on the very first week of the lockdown back in March. I think I had a 2-3 week break in August. But yeah, I've been continuing this whole time. You have a new profile pic? I do! To coincide with my very exciting announcement that I'm about to make in a couple of minutes. So let's go through some of the paintings that we created. So, we've got... Let's go through some of them. Or let's get some focus, that helps. So do you remember this one? Do you remember the Vlamink? So pretty autumn painting. I think this was maybe the first autumn one that I did. Gorgeous, impressionist, really easy to paint. Super easy to paint. This one was the one that I finished last time, do you remember? This was my imaginative painting of my happy place. At the moment, this is called Happy Place because I couldn't think of another title for it, but it is my happy place, so I'm calling it Happy Place. Nice imaginative painting. And then let's go through some of these, right? So, I remember, do you remember this one? Do you remember the yellow cow? So, this is the yellow cow from Franz Marc. Let me hold it straight. There we go. Beautiful painting. Love this painting. I love this one. Thank you. So gorgeous, so vibrant, so pretty, isn't it? Really nice. Really easy to paint. Easy peasy to paint. Then we've got this one, which is the magical forest painting. How gorgeous. Kasana! How you doing, beautiful? Happy Wednesday. How's it going? Always lovely to have you. This one was a few weeks ago that we did on the stream. Oh, that one's not from the stream, so I'm going to come to that in a minute. No, strangely enough. Really? Okay. This one was, I always forget the name of this artist. Rao Duffy. Now this one got such a good response on all my social medias. People were loving this. I painted this just before autumn kind of really kicked in, and I think it's like when we were sort of hanging on to summer a little bit. But this is also a really easy painting to paint. I'm okay, thank you, sweetie. Oh, it's so lovely to have you here. I'm just going through a few of the paintings that I've done on the stream, and then I'm going to carry on with this gingerbread house here. Happy Wednesday to you too. Thank you, darling. And actually, okay, so here I've got a few that I want to show you to coincide with my announcement. It's lovely. Thank you so much. So, this is my announcement that I would like to say to you and everyone watching on the replay, that I have just released my online art school at artistresource.co.uk/members, and my online art school is full of art lessons for beginners. There's drawing, there's painting, there's crafts. There's a section called The Artist Life, which is all about connecting to your creativity and feeling really expressed. It's such a great place to be. I can't wait for you to all check it out. I've been working on it for a year probably, so I want you to come and check it out. And these are all some of the paintings that are on there. So the ones that I just showed you, they're all on there, all those lessons. So the Magical Forest, the Raoul Duffy one, all those are lessons in the online art school. I've also got these ones. That's my second favourite painting, is it? This painting is my favourite, is it? Is it the Raoul Duffy one? This is Kandinsky's Winter Landscape, and I don't know if you can quite see that this one's like really textured. So this is another online lesson that I've got, and it shows you how to get really cool and creative with texture and acrylic paint. It's such a beautiful painting. So nice. There's also this one, which is Duran's Charing Cross Bridge, which is another Fauvism painting actually. You know how I'm loving the Fauvism artworks because they're so colourful. And Alex, get ready. Hey Angel Fine Arts, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for joining. Just in time for my announcement. How cool is that? Happy Wednesday. Yeah. And talking about food, so vibrant, isn't it? Don't you just want all this colour in your life? Talking about food, there's a banana study as well in there that I've filmed as an online lesson. This is a primary and secondary colour study, so it's just using primary and secondary colours, and it's really easy. And that is also a lesson in the art school currently right now. So at the moment there's all those lessons. So you've got all this, all these ones. You can learn how to paint all these, and these are for absolute beginners. Absolute beginners. If you've never drawn anything or painted anything in your life, there's all these beautiful lessons that I've been kind of sneak peeking, little previews for you here on the live stream. That's so cool, very natural. Thank you, Alex. Yellow cow. And basically what you get is you get 4 new art lessons every month. So if you're interested in that, go and have a look at artistresource.co.uk/members, and I can't wait to see you there. I hope a lot of you come and join with me because we're going to have loads of fun. And you don't just get art lessons, there's a bunch of other stuff. But we're here on the live stream right now, so I'm going to get into a bit of painting. So if you're interested in that, go check it out and let me know what you think. I'd love to see you there. Alright, so as I said, today we're going to be doing the gingerbread house. So for most of the time I'm going to be here. This is an imaginative painting, so as you saw from those ones that I was just showing you, a lot of the time we do paintings that are inspired by famous artists, because it's really good, especially when you're a beginner or at any stage of your artistic journey. Looking at famous artists' work is just so beneficial because you see their styles, you see what colours they use, how they create things, and it really inspires you, right? But we also do some imaginative stuff, right? Mandalas, they're very imaginative, like this. And there will be some mandala stuff on the online school real soon. But yeah, I also just want to get a bit festive, don't you? How are you feeling about getting a bit festive, guys? Are you ready yet? What are we on? We're on the 18th of November. It's a bit early, I know, but I tell you what, this year, don't we just need a little bit of festivity in our lives? Usually, I kind of get the Christmas lights up and stuff like that around the second week of December, maybe the first, if I'm feeling a bit excited. But I think this year we just got to go for it, haven't we? We just got to go for it. Today, me and my son will both learn from you. Oh my God, Kasana, you're so lovely. How's your lovely son? How's he doing? You should have 100 million subs. This is a cool, boost your ideas, and amazing YouTube channel. I love all your art. You're really skilled. Alex, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. In time. These things take time, don't they? They take time. Just like art. What did you say before? Babe, please read my previous comment. You said, today me and my son will both learn from you. You said, so vibrant. You said, happy Wednesday. It's lovely. I'm okay, thank you, sweetie. Hello, darling. That's all I've got. I haven't got any other comments. That's it. That's all I've got. That's all I can see. Let me know what I missed. So yeah, so we're going to do some gingerbread painting today. I'm going to kind of chunk in some colours, because I think what we need to do with this is like chunk in a lot of the things. As you can see, this section here is like very bare at the moment, so we need to get some of this in. So should we do this first? I think we'll do this first, and then we'll start putting some more details in. Are you going to be continuing these Wednesday night lives, or replacing them with the live for members only? That is such a great question, Pooja. I'm going to be continuing these lives, but what I'm going to do is I'm also always going to be updating you with what's happening in the members section. So I'm going to be telling you about the projects that's coming up, which ones I've just filmed. You could always like suggest projects to me if there's something that you want me to film. So I will always every Wednesday talk a little bit about what I've got going on in the online art school. But also I'm going to be doing things like this, because this one, I'm not sure if this one is going to be a lesson. This one I'm kind of just having a bit of fun with. So we'll just see, right? Do you know what I mean? We'll just see. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be here every Wednesday. Always my number one thing is to inspire you, get you to come to sit at your desk, do some work, write some poetry, feel really relaxed. All that kind of thing is my number one priority, always. I read it now. Oh, perfect. All right, good. All right, so let's get started. So I'm always in. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm always going to be in this bottom corner here. And please continue to talk to me and the other people all the time, because that's why I'm here, to have a chat as we go along and talk about all things creative. Very happy to hear that. Oh yeah, I'm not going anywhere. It's Wednesday 7 p.m. GMT all the way, Pooja. This is awesome. Thank you, Angel. Do you want to tell us a bit about you? What do you like creating? I always ask this, but what are you having for dinner? I'm having chicken kebabs. Amazing. I already had my dinner. I had these kind of schnitzel things, like vegetarian ones, and I had potatoes that I homegrown myself, and sweet corn, and it was very nice. Let me know where you are in the world. We have people from all over the world that drop in the stream. Let's get some paint happening. Let's get some paint going on. So I'm going to block in some white, I think. Jeannie Joy, how you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. How's it going? How are you? Are you ready to get a bit festive? Because it's happening. I'm painting an imaginative gingerbread house. That is what is happening. It's a bit playful. It's very child friendly. It's cute. It's cuddly. It's going to get you in all those kind of lovely festive moods. I should really get a little Santa hat and put one on, shouldn't I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block in. I'll tell you a little bit what I'm going to do first, and then I'll go ahead and do it. I am going to be putting in the white, and then I'm going to be creating some different like highlights and shadows. So I'm going to be using like a tints of yellow for all the highlights, and then I'm going to be using tints of blue for the shadows, which is going to look super cool and lift this whole painting up. So that is definitely what I'm doing today, and some other stuff. I'm fine, thank you. Awesome. Right, but let's just get this painted in white, because you can't, I think one of the things that's tempting to do when you're a beginner, and I've been teaching beginners for 12 years, when you're a beginner, what you can tend to do is, just because you're making a white painting, you sometimes think that, oh, actually, maybe I'm just not gonna paint all the white. And you kind of should paint the white, right? You should paint the white in, because you want to give it, especially if you're using acrylic paint, you want to get the texture, and acrylic paint has a lovely texture to it, so you want to get that. You don't have to worry too much about trying to paint it out. You just want to leave all the like lumps and bumps, right? And that is exactly what I'm doing, but I am going to kind of like use my brush in a very flowing way because I want to create the kind of snow drifts. So I'm going to be you know, kind of doing little curves with the paintbrush as I'm going along. You've inspired me to do DIY drawing sleuth on my YouTube channel. Shall I recommend you and put the link to your channel? You're very welcome to do that if you want to do that. Thank you, Alex. That is very lovely of you. Yeah, totally. I think it's always good to say who you're inspired by. Always, definitely. I think that's a nice idea. So I'm going to get some of this blocked in. I'm using a fairly small brush. This is a size 3. And this is an A3 card, or very thick paper, right? So it's quite large. It's quite nice when you're doing, I'm giving you all the top tips today. When you're doing something that's got quite a lot of detail, you want to do it really big, because obviously you get smaller and smaller and smaller with your paintbrush, and then you're like, oh my god, now I have to use the tiniest, minutest paintbrush that ever existed, and that can be really frustrating. You want to just use something that's like fairly big because it's always easier, right? So as you can see, I'm kind of like painting over my little details of the snowman. Acrylic paint tends to be quite transparent. The cheaper acrylic paints are really transparent, so you can see things underneath, which is really helpful when you're building things up. And then you can paint over them. So can you see all the kind of like lumps I'm leaving in? That kind of makes it look really nice and snowy. And this is, like I said, this is an imaginative painting, so I'm not using any reference for this. I'm not looking at anything you know, to tell me where to put things. So you have a lot of leeway with this kind of stuff. We'll get all this white in, and then we'll start adding some like fun bits. Now I'm going to go round. Oh, actually I need to paint this white as well, because this is going to be like a little candy cane sign. It's going to look like it's kind of disappearing to you. Yeah, so what are you doing, Pooja? What are you up to? Let me know what you're working on. Hi to all my lovely replay viewers, and hi to the people that don't sign in and watch as well. Hi to you, because I know sometimes it's like just you can't be bothered signing, and that's fine. So it's lovely to see you as well. I hope your week's been good. Get a lovely snowman in, and like I said, I'm doing this with quite a small brush because I just want to get around all these details and kind of keep the flow of the paintbrush. But I'm gonna use a bigger brush, I think, about now. Let's do it. Dip that in the water. I'm gonna use a square brush. I am a real fan of like flat square brushes. I just find them like really nice. Oh, let's move this over so you can see that corner. Angeli's in the house. Happy Wednesday, Angeli. How are you? Welcome, welcome. You missed the announcement, but you can always watch it on the replay, and I'll probably say it right at the end again anyway, so you can get it as well. How are you, sweetie? You're right, you're right. How's it going? So chunking all this in. Let's chunk it in. What's your favourite part of a painting to do? Do you like getting all the big sections in, or are you like a detail person, or do you like everything? What do you like when you're making art? More paint, more paint, more paint, please. I'm doing an imaginary landscape in watercolour. Doing some gorgeous blue purples. Oh, happy days. That sounds awesome. Good evening, happy Wednesday, Angelie. We're just having a chit chat and Leona is painting. Yeah, we're having a chit chat. As usual, the bulk of these streams are painting and chit chat. Guaranteed. Every Wednesday. Guaranteed. So we'll get this in. Now this is a little pond I'm not sure about, but I just felt like something needed to be there. So we'll see what happens with that as we go. How is it going to turn out with that little pond? I don't even know yet. I don't even know. But that's the fun of it, right? That is the fun of it. How we doing? Can we see that side? Let's edge it in. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so it's pretty much all of that white chunked in now. And I'm loving all those chunky sections where the paint is raised. I'm even going to add some more now, so I'm going to go over the top and just chunk in some more snow here. Maybe chunking a bit more here, just curving it, you know, just kind of waving the brush like that. That's it. Easy. Beginners. Fun times. Let's gorgeous and real. Thank you, sweetie. Have you been? Have you been? I hope you've had a nice week. Alright. So I think that's pretty much that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start adding some like lights and some darks, basically. Let's do some lights first. Now I'm going to get a really nice tint of yellow happening. That is way too much yellow. I don't know how I just squeezed all that out. I haven't actually really opened this one. It's like brand new. So it came out a bit fast there. Never mind. We can use it for the green. We can use it for the green later. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I don't like wasting paint. Do you remember we was having that chat before about acrylic pouring? And how that like acrylic pouring is just a bit wasteful. It looks beautiful, but the amount of paint that you have to use is crazy time. So I do always think you should, like, you know, use paint wisely and carefully if you can. You know what I mean? If you can. In 3 minutes I need to go to the shower. The painting is outstanding. Will you be here at 8:10? Yes, I will. See you then, Alex. See you then. See you in a bit. Alright, so we've got this lovely lemony yellow happening here. So it's a tint of yellow. I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to try and wipe off as much as I can off this brush. And then I'm going to get a small brush. I think this is a 1. Yep. And I'm going to start putting the highlights in. So these streams, these Wednesday streams are not really art lessons. They're just fun little catch-ups, chit-chats, have a look, get inspired, right? Get inspired, number 1. But I always do drop in a few hints and tips there, here and there, right? But as I said, if you want full lessons on anything, go to my brand new art school. It's happening. artsresource.co.uk/members. Woohoo! Alright. So, What we're going to do is, as you can see, there is a little bit of a sunshine happening in the top left there. So what we got to remember is the light is coming from that direction and going down here. So anything that touches on the left hand side is going to catch a little bit of light. Now, this section here is furthest away from the sun, so this is always going to be a bit darker, but this here will be nice and light, and that'll be a bit darker. So what we'll probably do is just mix up a tiny little darker yellow there for that side, right? But we're going to stay with the light one for now. And all I'm going to do is everywhere on the left side of the icicles, I'm going to line it up with a bit of yellow, and it's just going to look kind of just much nicer and more depth and more fun times, right? And that's what we want, more fun times for sure. Well, actually I might even need a smaller brush. How can you see that? Oh, so there's just a little glisten. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to darken it a little bit more. Let's just darken it a little bit more so you can really get to see it there on the camera. Ooh, let's do a tiny smaller brush. What size? Oh no, we're going to stick with this. Let's stick with this. Let's stick with this. Did I say we're going to stick with this? We're going to stick with this. We are going to stick with it. So I'm just lightening up. It's just going to look like a little glisten of light. And glistening light on the snow, if you've ever kind of had a walk in the snow and you've seen the sunlight catch the snow, it kind of sparkles and looks beautiful, and you get different colours in it. So the next time it snows, really have a look in the light. It's so pretty. So that's what this is representing. Hey Acrylic Artworks, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome, welcome. How are you? All right. So we're going to get this in. And then on what I'm going to do on the right hand side is do a bit of blue. So that's going to add even more depth to these icicles, because that's what you need really, because the white is very flat, and it needs like lifting. So like here I'm going to go on the outside edge here. Do you know what I mean? Picking it up. Or I'll tell you what, if I bring this down a bit, you might even be able to see it even more. How's about that? Maybe that's better. Amazing work. Thank you so much. We're getting a bit festive. It's early. We don't mind. We're like, look, 2020 has been that year where we just need to like we need to be just loving everything even more, right? I'm good. Thank you very much. And same to you. Happy Wednesday. Thank you. Trying to cast on the telly, but it won't let me chat this time with. Oh really? Oh sweetie. Yeah, it's interesting looking at it really big. Hey, enjoying M, welcome to you. Happy Wednesday. Oh, so cute. I've gone a bit cute times. Now I've got to say this is not my usual style of painting, but I tell you what, I'm just like not in that usual state of being. It's been 2020. I just want to get all cozy and cute. This picture's got imaginative drawings of ducks in the foreground. I mean, I don't know what's quite happening, but I'm up for it. Because why not? It's lovely to have so many new people today. Let me know what you're up to, what you're working on. So do you remember I said we were going to go a little bit darker? So we're going to just add a little bit more yellow, so make this tint just a little bit deeper. And then we're going to go on this. Oh, we need a bit more than that. Bit more than that, but I want to keep the tint. Yeah, right. I I'm not a cutesy person, really. You're so funny. I know I'm not a cutesy person, but this is what's happening, right? It's okay. I just won't chat so I can get my computer set up. All right, Angela, we'll see you in a bit. I love chatting with you. So come back. Who is ready? Oh, happy Diwali, Kasana. Did you have a nice time? Oh, actually, a Diwali picture would have been really nice. I went straight to gingerbread. You know what it was? I was chatting with a friend of mine, and we were saying, oh, wouldn't it be great to like do some gingerbread houses together this year? And then we're like, oh my god, we should. What a thing to look forward to after the lockdown. So that's why I was like, oh my god, I've got to now paint one. I've got to paint one. I love how it looks like a storybook. Yeah, that's kind of how I was thinking about it, actually. I was thinking, like, who lives in this house? They made this little snowman. These little ducks are kind of like meeting up with each other. They haven't seen each other for a long time. And they're like, hey, man, how's it been for you? I don't know why a duck would say, hey, man, but let's not worry about that right now. Oh yeah, that yellow. Do you know what I mean about the yellow? Making it all happen. The yellow is just like, boom. I'm glad I'm making you laugh. Same to you. Thank you, sweet pea. It's all about the giggles on this stream. Because I don't know what is like, you know, if you're not making stuff and having fun, what really is the point? You know, what really is the point? Alright, so let's think about some of these tiles on here. So the light's coming from here, right? So we got to kind of keep it on the left. So let's add just a little something. Like I said, this section here is kind of on the other side from the sun, so it's not directly in the light, but we've just got a slightly darker yellow, very slightly darker yellow. And I'm just gonna put a little kind of little flex in. I'm flexing it with my flex. So who here makes gingerbread houses at Christmas? Even if you don't celebrate Christmas. Technically, I don't actually celebrate Christmas. Technically. But I mean, it's an excuse for fairy lights and fun times. Get all the candles out. I've already bought loads of candles for Christmas already. So what about you? Let me know. What's your favourite thing about this time of year? Do you look forward to it? Some people don't like it. Some people are like, oh my god, it's going to be freezing cold. I don't even want to know. Artist resources, especially your smile, is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, true. And contagious laughter. Yay. Well, here's to the giggles. Cheers. Here's to the giggles. Very kawaii. It's kind of has gone a bit kawaii, but we're just sticking with it. We're sticking with it. This is what's happened. We can't do anything about it now. Okay, so little bit of light on there happening. Paula, thank you so much for joining. See you another day. Great work. Very colourful. See you soon. Thank you for joining. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. GMT, 11 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern if you're from America. Thank you. It was lovely to see you. All right. Shall we put... yeah, cheers. I'm from London in the UK. All right. So let's put... Now, this is a decision that you have to make on a personal level. Now, in all my art lessons, what I would always do is put all the background in first and then start doing details. But like I said, this isn't a lesson. This is like fun times, chit chat, giggles and all the good stuff. All the less of the good stuff as well, but you know what I mean. So I've done lots of details. Now, usually what you want to do is work from top to bottom, because you don't want to get paint all over your hand, right? So if I do this bottom bit now, I'm going to have to hover a little bit to do the top bit, but I don't really mind because I've been painting ever since I was little, so I'm used to it and I don't mind. But if you were an absolute beginner, what you would want to do is start from the top and work down to the bottom, right? So you would not want to do this step right now, basically. The live chat is awesome. Yay! It's all happening. It's all happening. So let's add a tiny bit of water. Get this going. Alright, let's start thinking about the light down here now. Light's coming down, left, left, left. Let's think of some snow drifts. Let's go with the paint sort of curves that I've already painted. We're gonna do some kind of highlights, and we're just gonna go for it. Where's it gonna be? There's gonna be some on top of these little bits here. I'm just gonna go wherever I fancy. Maybe a bit over here. Going with the paint strokes. Now the path here, maybe along the path might be quite nice, just to give it. Now this is gonna, that will go down, so that's higher, so maybe there, and then we'll go over this side. So let's, you know what I've realised, I haven't sung any songs yet. Usually by this time I'm singing. Hey Joy, happy Wednesday, how are you? Welcome, it's lovely to have you. Good evening to you. How's your day been? Happy Diwali. How was your Diwali? All right. How is Zach? He's really good. This is Zach's music, by the way, in the background. All right, more. This is a nice big bit here. Here's some snow drifts here. Don't stop till you get enough. Let's put some on the snowman. So left, left, left. Left side, left side. So now what you start getting is some definition with the colour. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Loving it like that. Song number 1. How are you, Leona? I'm really good, thank you. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm really good. It's Thursday here, 1:12. How is it in the future? Is it all right? Joy always comes and brings us the comments from the future just to let us know that everything's going to be all right. You know, everything's going to be all right. When Joy enters the chat, everything's going to be fine. I'm okay, good. That's better than bad. So I'm going to take it. Taking that. Let's put a little bit in there. Maybe a bit over there. Okay, let's do... Oh, hold on. We should do some up here. So this is the bit where I'm hovering now. Because I've painted down there, I need to hover with my arm. So I'm doing a bit of hovering. But that's alright. I don't mind. Should we get some blue happening? Let's get some blue happening. We need some more white. I tell you what I might do. I might leave this for the... come back to this to use for the trees. So I'm just going to get another bit of card. I don't know if you've noticed that I'm just mixing my paints onto cardboard. That's because it's just, you can just chuck it back in the recycling. And it saves having to wash any palettes afterwards. And when I'm live streaming, that's just really, really convenient. So that's what I like to do. And often acrylic paint, because it's so pigmented, it actually stains your palettes. So you have to get to them really quickly, clean them really quickly, and I usually do, but still then you have to bleach them. You know what I mean? Use cardboard. Use cardboard. Easy. Let's do... Now, shall we do a warm blue or a cool blue? We got a cool blue sky because we got like a grey, dusky blue sky. So let's do a bit of Dowlow blue, I think. Dowlow blue. Alright, let's get that same paintbrush. I want that one back. Do you know what I was looking for the other day? Tell me, actually, because you guys use them a lot, don't you, for Diwali? I was looking for, you know, those massive lanterns that you light at the bottom. They're paper lanterns and they go up in the sky. I was looking for them, but I don't think you can buy them anymore. Like, what's happened? What's happened to paper lanterns? They're so fabulous. Right. So now, get ready for this. Get ready, because this is going to make this painting extra fab. Again, I've probably put too much blue, but what can you do? Use it for the green, so we'll be alright. Is that too dark? I don't know if that's a bit too dark. Let's have a look. Let's have a little squeeze and see. Maybe I'll just have some backup white there, because it should be a little bit lighter on that side. Remember me saying? So we've got some rules going on with this. Even though it's imaginative, you've got to have some rules. You've got to like make sure that you're sticking to a few creative rules whenever you make something up, which gives it more depth, gives it more realism, even in a cute picture like this. You know what I mean? You want to have those little extras. Because right, so this is going to be on the right hand side of everything. So, or is that's too light? All right, dark it is. Dark it is. So this is going to be on the right side of the icicles. Now, I don't want to do too much. Because I don't want it to be too blue. I'm going to carry that over a little bit. I think that look nice. Ooh, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see it? But not on every one. And then here we'll have it underneath. So maybe here on these little bits, something like that. I'm just skipping. I'm going to the roof. I'm skipping around a bit because that. Okay, let me see if I can turn this down a bit. Can you see that? I think that's so subtle that you can't quite see it. Let's make this one a little bit darker, and then bet you'll be able to get this a little bit more. Let's get this happening on this side. Oh yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Elevation. Elevating this painting to another level. And then you get that blue and that yellow together, which is so nice. I knew as soon as I was going to add this that it was going to just make it all. This was what I actually had in mind at the beginning of this idea. Now, where does this go? Down here. I'm not going to put the blue everywhere, I don't think, though. Because I don't think you need it. What do you think? What do you think? What do you reckon? cute. Let's put some little bits of blue down here now. So, as I said, these are the kind of the shadows almost. Looking really nice. Thank you, Kasana. I was like, hello, hello, hello. These are the shadows. I'm going to kind of outline the sort of edge of the house here. So you get that. It's a little bit straight liney, but that's alright. I just want that to be able to define. I might even add a little bit of darker blue in these. Just in the corners there. I feel like it does need me to be able to see that a bit better. Yeah. Alright, let's get on and do. Now we could put a little bit on under these bits here. So like this is like sort of white, snowy, what's the word I'm looking for? Window ledges. Window ledges? Is that what I'm thinking? Yeah, I'm back. Welcome back, Angeli. We've started putting the blue on, which is now lifting the whole thing. It's all happening. Let's put some down here. Bit down there. You know, trying to make it look a little bit sort of like it's snow drifty. It's all in there. Right, we're going to go on this side for this one. And then we've got to keep low. So here, round the pond. Now I'm going to have to do my pond in this colour. And we'll put some in here. Having a look for some of my pencil marks. Under the tree maybe. Just being really expressive, you know, having fun with it, that's the point. And then we'll do the right side of the snowman to define his body. Right? Darling, I have to go. It was lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. I'll see you real soon. Take care. It could just be the colour of the video, but it looks great. The sky blue is hard to see. I'm sure it looks brilliant. I think because I've done it so light. Let's see if I put it a little bit closer. Can you see it? Yeah, I've done it very light. It's very subtle. I don't want it to be too much. Like this here is almost getting like too blue. It's supposed to be subtle. Because the whole point is that it's like hold on, just turn this down a bit. Yeah, the whole point of this is subtlety. So you're adding like a little bit of, you know, a little bit of extra to the white. So you don't want it to be like too pizzazz. It can't be too in your face. You've got to be like, oh, why does that white look so nice? And then you look a bit closer and then you're like, oh, because it's got tints of yellow and tints of blue on it. That kind of thing, right? Those two ducklings are so cute. A bit surreal as well. I don't know what's happening there, Pooja. Yeah, it looks great. Subtle is good for icicles, exactly. Yeah. Enjoy the painting. Thank you, Kasana. Yeah, so it should be more, you know, sort of I've made it a bit dark, too dark a blue really. I'm just going to add a bit of that over it. But then now I've got two blues, so I mean, I'm happy. We'll put a bit of blue in there. Yeah, we'll put a bit of blue over there. Alright, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy. It all looks cute. Shall we put a bit on the trees? Should we do some more like expressive, fun, bold stuff? Let's get these trees happening, right? So I'm going to put my palette in this corner here, so it's going to maybe not be as visible because I can't put it on top of the trees, can I? Because I need to paint them. So I'll put my little palette here and hopefully you can just see it in there. I'm going to get some blue and I am going to, actually maybe I'll do the warm green for the tree. Alright, so I think I'll do a rounded brush. Let's mix a bit of green. Let's mix some green. Oh, that's nice. That's the green I wanted. Nice. Right. So, let's do a nice light one. Let's have a look and see on this how that light is showing up. Is that light enough? No. No is the answer. We can start going into this tint a little bit. So I could have added more yellow there, but I think this is nice because we are getting a bit of a tint theme with this. It's actually going to be quite nice. Let's move this over here. I mean is happening. So just swipes. This is fun times. Don't hold back. Swipey swipey. Maybe too much white there. Who knows? We've done quite a lot of different kinds of trees on this stream, haven't we? This is obviously more of a piney Christmas tree, but I'm keeping it really, really imaginative. Really, really, you know, from the imagination. That's all the best way I can describe it, really. Just thinking, obviously, even though the light's coming here, there's still going to be light shining through. So you can afford to kind of do some thicker lines, some thinner lines where the light sort of comes in. Do you know what I mean? But obviously you want to be still thinking on the left, on the left, on the left. We're even going to put some snow on the trees. Yes, we are. That pastel green is lush. Thank you. It's worked out pretty good, hey? Yeah, so that's it. So don't do any more. You know, if you're going to do this kind of thing, this is giving you an idea for a painting for yourself. Don't go too crazy. Know when to stop, which is just something you just learn over time, is you know when to stop, because you just do a few and then you're like, oh no, that looks really bad, and then you have to backtrack. So you just get that kind of thing within time. It's always better, look, if I can give you some like advice, it's always better to make multiple artworks, to do as many as you possibly can. Never stop creating. Always do paintings as often as you possibly can, because you just want to have that experience to know when to stop and when to carry on. You don't want to hang on to things. Like, don't, if you're doing a painting like this, and then you get to a certain point and you're like, oh no, but I did that and it was too much. Like, don't worry about it. Like, really, really don't worry about it. That's not the point of getting creative. The point is to really enjoy yourself, have fun, get on to the next one. Always be forward thinking. What's the next one going to be? What's the next thing I'm going to create? How am I going to do that? What am I going to do differently? What am I going to do that's new? I'll tell you what, one of the best pieces of advice that you can get for any lockdown situation is do new things, because all the old stuff isn't happening. So the best thing to do is do new things, because it keeps you motivated, it keeps you excited, keeps you inspired, right? So if you thought, oh no, I did too much, just do another one. Do something else though. Don't try and recreate it. Just stop and maybe do some more on it and then finish it up, but then make something else. And you'll always enjoy yourself that way if you just keep going, right? Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. I'm sure that's a song somewhere. I'm sure there's a song in that. Learning when to stop is hard sometimes. It is hard, but you'll get it. You'll get it soon enough. You will get it. You've just gotta just don't stop. Don't stop. Actually, there's quite a few songs there. True, I'm getting good painting practice. Exactly. Don't hang on to things. Hanging on to things will only bring you a feeling of distress. Moving on, doing something else will make you feel good. Right? So now I'm going to be thinking about putting some darks in. And as I was like doing the brush strokes, the original kind of background colour for this, the way I painted it means that I'm kind of following those brush strokes. So I'm using those as guides for where the sort of branches are, very loosely, like really loosely. Can you see that dark? I think you can just about. I want to make this whole bit dark actually. This is a bit too light. Oh, this needs to be dark in here. Do do do. Different strokes, thin strokes, thick strokes, dark strokes, light strokes. How's that? Yeah. Right, let's do this one. Trees look good. Yeah. Alright. Alright, okay. And then we're going to put some snow on them. I'm having fun. Thick strokes, thin strokes. Little bit of everything. So I kind of laid the foundation with the original brush strokes, with the original just the base layer, and then I'm just not adding too much. This is also, you know, the focus of this painting is obviously the gingerbread house, and it's obviously off center. So this is the center of the painting, and then your eye is drawn here first and then round. So no need for loads of details on the trees. Let's put some white on them. Let's put some snow. I mean, you could do one more light green if you really wanted to, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. But I'm not gonna. Right. I'm gonna go down a brush size because with pine trees is they have lots of layers that come down and then there'd be lots of bits that come off, so they should really be thinner with the snow, I think. But that's kind of what I kind of feel. I love the little plants, they look like bamboo. Thank you for reminding me. I've got to put some snow on them as well right now. Thank you, sweetie. Got to put them on. You don't need more, they look perfect. You are adorable. Angeli the adorable. Alright. Are we ready? I'm gonna go this way instead of this way because it's easier with my setup. Right, it's snow time. Get a load on the brush, especially on the tip. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to jig myself around for this one. Or I could go up actually. Let's try that. Yeah. I'm not keen on that. That's better. Keep painting it out. I'm not sure if I'm keen on that, but that's all right. That's all right, mama. What I might do with this one, because I'm not happy with it, is I might just paint it right up to the edge there. I didn't realise you were putting snow in it. I meant the light green. I know you did, sweetie, but you've made me think about doing it. So that's why I was saying thank you. I was like, oh, nice one. Because I forgot about those. See, what I would usually do is turn the page a bit to get these swipes on this side. Anyway, let's get some snow in here. Go have a little bit of snow on them. Oh, so cute. So sweet. Okay. So obviously I'm putting the snow above the lightest green. So the only bit I don't like is that. But that's alright. That's alright. So what you could do, fixing a mistake if you don't like something, you should really wait for it to dry, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just get another light green. And I'm just going to go over it and get that, because I do like that shape of that tree and I don't want to kind of lose it, so I'm going to go over it. Still not totally happy with it, but what can you do? I'm not going to do anymore. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it because nothing is perfect in the world. Alright, let's go and do some of this stuff, right? Let's get in. We need to do our little snowman. We need to put his little orange carrot nose. I'm going to add black for the first time, although I'm really tempted not to use black and just make a really dark brown. Oh, there's blue over there. Let's do that. Let's put some red in this. let's get a brown. Let's get a brown here and see if we can get it dark enough to be good enough to be almost black. I should add some yellow because obviously we're getting purpley here. So a bit more of that green. That could be good actually. That could be good. I just really don't want to use black because it's going to change the whole painting. Black is powerful. Black and red you've got to be really careful with. So I think this might be good. Oh, my little feather as well. What colour am I going to do my little feather? Oh, and I'm going to put a little band on the hat. There. I'm like, I need to be using a smaller brush. Because I've done like it quite thick in this spot, I've got to get a small brush. There we go, nearly there. That's gonna do. That's gonna do. That looks cute. There we go. Alright, let's get... I'll tell you what, I'm going to do his arms and all that stuff and then I'll put the nose in last. His little stick arms. I think you inspired me to do a holiday mandala. Maybe I can make copies of it and it'll be my Christmas cards. Perfect. Snarky the Snowman. He's about to make some corny jokes with the carolers and the children. Yeah, I like that. I think I've got something on the end of my brush. That's annoying. I'm trying to make it so like this, it looks a bit like an actual stick. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's get the little coal buttons. Gorgeous. Let's get some orange for that nose. And let's use the small brush because it's a bit lumpy in there. It's a bit yeah, I've got to be careful. I need to, let's get this orange. This incidentally is the brush that I painted all my mandalas with, that this here. So all this over here, all that white line was done with this tiny brush. So tiny brushes are super useful. Oh, he's got a kind of a happy but perplexed. I think he's got a perplexed complexion. I might put a bit of highlight on his... Oh, maybe I'll do an orange feather. Let's put a bit of highlight on the scarf. And on the hat. Maybe I'll do an orange feather. That sounds nice. Let's do that. Or is it too close? Maybe it's too close actually. Maybe it should be yellow. Let's do it like really just a little bit orange, like just very lemon, yellow orange, sorry, not lemon. Yellow orange. Yeah, and maybe even a little bit of white. Let's add a bit of peach to it. Cute. He's happy to be born today. Exactly. That's completely true, Angeli. He's happy to be there. He's happy. Right, let's do this little sign. Maybe we'll make the sign this orange colour as well. For some reason, that is speaking to me. It's like, let's do the sign. I don't like this brush. I'm going to have to swap from this brush. Really, like now. That's my not so good quality brush. Let's get a little bit lighter. So you happy with your the artwork that you did recently, Angeli? Your diamonds. I thought it looked really nice. All right. Little bit of that. Little bit of this. That will say welcome shortly. Let's do the candy cane, because that actually is a candy cane sign. So I'm going to do a little bit of red on that, and then pretty much I've got to sort the ducks out, which I've got to say I'm kind of not sure about. I put them on there and I was like, you look really cute, but I don't really know how it's going to turn out. But look, if I can't do things that show you to just go for it, then, you know, I want to give you the inspiration, even from someone who's been doing it for years and years and years and years. Trying something new, doing something different is just that's the whole point of this, right? I bought new brushes, but they turned out to be cheap. Yes, I am. Oh, I'm glad you're happy about it. I'm kind of figuring out my style still. Oh, exactly. Yeah, the brushes are, I would really recommend you get them from an actual art shop and not from, or like an actual brand name. Yeah, go back to the art store there. Yeah. Don't get them from Amazon, because you'll kind of never know what you're going to get unless it's brand named. These ones seem longer, so I'm going to have to make these longer. So I'm going to have to go round this somehow with an outline, because there's no way that you can see the outline of that candy cane pole. It looks kind of strange right now. So what I might do is go around it in pencil, just to give myself the guideline of where it's supposed to be. So this is it. And then it has a bit coming out here. And then there's that. So what I'm going to do is probably go round with that dark brown and do that. Yeah, and then do the darks. And then I think and then I've got to do this bit of smoke. Might be finished. I did say at the beginning of this that I was going to possibly finish it today, and then I stopped myself and I said, actually, hold on. I don't know, it might be another week. But I think we might be doing it. I was recommended to an art supply shop, but I didn't realise they were kids' brushes. Ah, yeah. But the good thing is that you know the difference, right? Because you never quite know until you get it and until you try it. But now you know. So it's all good. And you can use them for glue. So if you're ever doing like a craft project and you're using PVA, you can use lesser quality brushes for that kind of thing. If you're doing a mosaic, you can use a lesser quality brush for that, for the glue. So they'll come in handy. Don't chuck them. They will come in handy for applying things. They will come in handy. All right, let's do this. Take a deep breath. The same on the end of the brush. Alright, so this, the ducks, and we're done. This, ducks, a little story. I've got a paragraph to read to you at the end. Some shading on it. It looks so weird. Excuse me while I just laugh at myself. I'm just not in the mood to quite use this thin brush today. Like, as you know, I've done like paintings where I've used it so much. I'm just not, you know, when you're just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to get this fine detail in, but I'm doing it anyway. And I've got my head over it. Yeah, I've had my head over it. Oh, is it like an online shop? Yeah. Just be careful. But now you know anyway, so it's alright. Do you know what? I feel like I shouldn't have done the left-hand side of it. I think the left-hand side should have been left, or I should have done it grey because of the light, but it's done. So this is a good example. This is a good example, right, of what I was saying earlier. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to scrap this whole painting now. That would be too dramatic. It's not going to stop me from making another painting. This tiny little thing that I'm not completely happy with. It's not going to stop me, right? So don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you, please, please. Oh man, I think I just appreciate how you. Oh man, I think I just appreciate how straight your lines are. Didn't even notice. Thank you, Angeline. I want to write welcome on the sign, but it's not quite dry. So now is my little ducks. It's my little ducks. It's time for the ducks. It's time for the ducks. Let's just do it. Stop thinking about it too much. I might add some white to this brown and see how that comes out. With a bit more yellow maybe. See what colour I get for that. Because they were going to be like mallard ducks. That's kind of what I was going for. So in the UK we have these ducks called mallard ducks. And the females are brown and the males are all these gorgeous colours. Well, they're not that colourful. They've got like a green sort of head. And they're really pretty. But I was thinking they were like just two friends. Two little female ducks. Friending up, meeting up, saying how's it going. So that's what I was going for. Good thing about acrylic is you can paint over it. Exactly, I can paint over it. So I've got that colour mixed, but I should really put a similar colour to the sky in with that. So I'm going to get a tiny bit of black. The tiniest bit of black. This is the only time I used black actually, was in the sky. Let's try and get some of this up. There we go. There's the sky colour. So I'm going to put that in for my pond. What colour beaks do they have? Mallard ducks. I'm trying to think what colour beaks they have. Is it kind of like a sort of an ochre colour? Oh my god. They're so cute, the ducks. Oh my god, Angeli. Let's put some, just a little bit of something in there. There you go. That mixes it up a bit. All right. It's happening. We're going to have two little brown ducks because they're going to continue the colour of the gingerbread house, you see. So they've got to tie into that. They've got to lead you in. I might even add a little bit more orange to them so they kind of get a bit more gingerbready colour. It's all tying in. It all makes sense. It's all happening. They're having a little chit chat to each other. All right, mate, how's it going? Haven't seen you round these parts for ages, mate. How are you? I'm alright. Did you survive the lockdown? Okay, yeah, I did. That's how they're chatting to each other. I said yellow ochre, but I didn't do yellow ochre in the end. I just mixed the brown and then just kept adding a bit more orange to it, which I'd previously mixed up. Alright, let's put a little wing on there. I'm keeping these really simple, like I'm not doing too much detail because it's just no. That can be a proper lesson how to paint a dark, but this is just a cute, you know, cute picture. There we go. Oh, what colour are their, what colour are their little feet? It's kind of a yellow ochre. Maybe I'll do their feet and the beaks the same colour. Oh my god. The cuteness. The cuteness is too much, guys. The cuteness is too much. We've reached full capacity of cuteness on the Arts Resource YouTube channel. Yeah, no, they are 100% brown. We have loads of them in the UK. 100% brown, the females, and 100% kind of greyy, and then they have like a green head, the males. Yeah, I actually really want to do like a realistic painting of a duck now. I want to do kind of like a dark bluey spot of an eye. What's happened? I need like a tiny bit. What about if we go over here? Is there any white left? OMG. I think that's it. We just got to write the word welcome. And we're kind of pretty much done. What I need to see this smoke, don't I, as well on the top. So maybe, how we doing? Oh my god, it's been an hour and a half. Look at that for perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Let's get a bit of this happening. How does that look? Sort of a bit whimsical, sort of a bit of smoke coming out of it. Don't know if I'm keen on that. Nearly there. Nearly there. Just gonna do that, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Their beaks are kind of a dark yellow and feet orange. I looked them up on Google. Angela, you're a superstar. Thank you so much. I'll put a little bit more orange in their feet, and then that ties up with the sign, which is great. Oh, I tell you what though, before I do that, I'm going to just fix this sign a little bit, and I'm going to paint over it, and I'm going to paint a bit of grey on this, because you remember I said I didn't like this. So I'm going to paint grey on this side. Much better. Much better. And a bit on the top actually. Breaks it down. So I've got to write welcome on the sign. I'm going to put a bit of orange on the feet. We're nearly there. We are nearly there, lovely people of the stream. Oh, a little bit of water went on it. Is it all right? Is it all right? Bits of paintings, they can pretty much have the same colour. Oh, yeah. They're just hanging. They're just going to meet. They're just a couple of buddies. They're like, you all right, mate? Just, how's it been? I'm just trundling along. Oh, you look like you're well happy on that little pond there. Yeah, it frozen over a little bit though, so I'm a little bit cold. So they're going to snuggle and keep each other warm. Alex, welcome back. We're right at the end. Sorry I'm so late. Don't be sorry. It's all right. We're right at the end. We're just putting the finishing touches. I'm going to write welcome on the sign. And then that's it. And then I'm going to read you a little bit of from the book. And that is it for today. Just really busy. Don't worry. That's all right. Okay. Alright, let's write welcome on the sign. Oh, it's too light. I really don't know what happened to me with this painting, but I've had fun, and that is for sure. That is what has happened. Maybe I could put a little bit of grey. Now that I've put a bit of grey in the pond, I feel like a little bit of grey here and there might be nice, because it's like reflective of the sky. So I'm just gonna do a few little brush strokes here and there, just for kind of funsies. And that is gonna be it for this painting, unless I said anything else that I've forgotten. But I don't think I have. I think that was it. It's nice with that bit of grey hay. That's added a nice little extra. Oh, there should be some snow on the top of the welcome sign, shouldn't there? Come on now, Leona. How can you not put snow on the welcome sign? Oh, hold on. Water. Oh, whoop. That's better, right? Bit of snow on the welcome sign. It's a cute dog pond. I need to go. I will see the end on the replay. Love the art. See you next live stream. Bye, Alex. Thanks for joining. I think we're pretty much done. I think that's it. I think that is everything. I feel like there could be a few more things. Like there could be like a little bit of accent of white in the sky. Like I might just, I don't know. No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. There you go, see? Know when to stop. Know when to stop. I'm going to leave it. That is my cute little gingerbread house. Now I feel like I want to put some grey, hold on. Know when to stop, but I'm not going to do that thing in the sky because I don't want to do that. But what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of grey on the snow on the house. I was just thinking a little bit on here. Now I don't know if you're going to even notice that, because again it's going to be like super subtle, but I just want to put a bit of grey here. Yeah, that looks nice. Bit along there. Yeah, done. Move away, back away, move away. So there's my cute little picture, my little festive picture, my little childlike festive picture. All complete and finished. I hope you like it. Here we go. Let's do the hold up. It's cute. Oh my god, it's really sweet. There you go. Ta-da! So that is my gingerbread house. Cute little festive painting. We'll do something completely different on the stream next week. I have some ideas. So I look forward to doing that with you. It looks gorge. Shall we read a little bit from the book? Let's do it. Actually, just before we do that, can I remind you that I have just created Artist Resource Online Art School. Go to artistresource.co.uk/members if you are interested in learning how to do some of the paintings that I've been doing on the live stream, step by step, right from the beginning, from the drawing stage right through to the end. Come and join the online art school. There will be 4 new lessons every month. It's a monthly subscription, so come and join. There's loads of other things. There's free music, free meditations, there's a forum to chat about your work with, there's discounts, there's loads of cool, fun, amazing stuff on there, so check it out. I can definitely 100% tell you that this painting is available on the online art school. This lovely beautiful yellow cow from Franz Marc is available. Yes, today! It's today, actually, it's today. Oh, we've got this one. If you want to know how to draw and paint a pair of bananas, this is actually a primary and secondary colour study. Really, really easy, doesn't take long, really super fun, expressive. There is this one, which is Duran's Charing Cross Bridge. Again, super easy, super vibrant, super colourful. Decorate your room, make it all gorgeous with all the lovely stuff that you're going to paint. There is Kandinsky's Winter Landscape, which is actually a textural painting. So if you have a look, I'll tell you what, if I show you on this screen, can you see here, this is all textured. So this is like a super fun one to paint because you get to do all this lovely gorgeous texture. It's really easy. And then finally, Raoul Duffy's Still Life. This one was really loved when I did one stage of it, I think, on the live stream. But the whole thing is available on artistresource.co.uk/members. As is this one, the whole lot of the Magical Forest, and of course loads of drawing projects as well, and loads of craft projects, but that's all I'm going to say about it now. Let's have a little read from the book, Secret Lives of Colour. So I've chosen white today because I thought how appropriate that it's all about snow and we're getting a bit festive. It's going to be winter really soon. So I've chosen white from the book, and I'm going to read you this little bit here. Alright, so it's a tiny little bit about white. Alright, let's do it. So, for many, white is seen as positive or as having a transcendent religious quality. It is the Chinese, however, who have it as their colour of death and mourning. In the West and Japan, brides wear it because it is the colour that's symbolic of purity. The Holy Spirit has often been depicted descending into benign humanity as a white dove appearing in a rush of pallid golden light. In the early 20th century, when Kazimir Malevich was completing his White on White series, he wrote, "The blue of the sky has been defeated by the supremacist system, has been broken through and entered white as the true, real conception of infinity, and thus liberated from the colour background of the sky. Sail forth the white free chasm, infinity is before us." Dun dun dun. It's pretty cool. I love his art, by the way. High-end modernist and minimalist, from Taiyo Ando, the famous Japanese architect, to Calvin Klein and Jonathan Ive at Apple, have drawn on white's power. Steve Jobs was initially against the tide of white products that I began producing around the turn of the millennium. That should say he's, not Ive. Anyway, he eventually agreed to the signature headphones and keyboard in moon grey plastic. We think of them as white technically, however they are very pale grey. And despite, or perhaps because, white so readily shows dirt, his has also become associated with cleanliness. White goods, tablecloths and lab coats are all defined in their spotless impracticality, daring users to even think about spilling anything. American dentists complain that in a quest for teeth that appear sparkling clean, customers are now asking for teeth to be bleached so unrealistically white that whole new teeth whitening palettes have to be produced. Boom. Which is kind of crazy. Because if you think about it with teeth are kind of like a sort of a tint of yellow, aren't they? They're not really white, but a lot of people want them super white. So anyway, that was like a little paragraph, and I'm glad that I had it all prepared and ready. Ready to read, ready to go. I hope you enjoyed that. So we've done loads of things today, right? We finished the painting. I had the announcement about the online art school. I showed you some of the paintings that we've been doing previously. We had a little read from the book, and we had a really good giggle. Thank you to everyone that joined. I had such a lovely time with you. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. GMT. Come to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/artistresource. Come and join me and all these lovely people, and we have a good time. We'll be doing something different next week. I can't wait to show you and spend time with you. Yeah, have a lovely week. Stay festive, or start getting festive. Get the fairy lights out, get the candles out, get the nice incense happening, the nice smells and all that. People wear white in Filipino and Chinese funerals. Isn't that true? Yeah. We got the facts. Basically represents life or death. It's the extreme, right? It's the extreme. One end or the other. Anyway, I'm going to go. Lovely to see you. See you next week. Bye.